Hello everyone. My name is Sakshi Verma and I am a student of Lovely Professional University pursuing Bachelor's of Technology in Artificial Intelligence and Data Engineering. Here I am to explain you stacks and as well as the further topic undo and redo in stacks. So let's first learn the concept, then we'll go further for the coding. So what is stack? The very first question which arrives in the mind, stack is a data structure that follows LIFO, last in first out. Like how you fill a container or a bucket, you know how does that works? So you add elements, you add things into that container, and the very last item in the container when you open it will be the first item which is in the top will be taken out the very first. So that's how the same works over here. This is the stack, and when we go inside you can see there are elements 1, 2 and then 3. Okay, so this is basically push in a stack. When you push something in a container, or we can taking a stack, and when you push an element into the stack, so putting an element into the stack is called the push in a stack. When you want to take out something, that is called a pull out of a stack. That is where if you see the third element which was the last element is taken out the first, last in first out. So the further topic is undo and redo. Undo redo is basically making two stacks in which when you undo it enters into undo stack, and when you redo it is pulled out of the stack back to the original one. Let us understand from this a very good with a very good diagram. So you can see this is the original stack over here on the left side. When you undo it, you can see the third element, which was the topmost element. It went to the undo redo stack which we have made. And when you redo it, you can see the third element which came into the undo redo stack. After doing redo, it went back to the original stack. So this is how it works. So now as we have seen the concept, let us go to the coding and we see how it is coded. So this is our code. I have written the code already for not wasting the time. So first in the very in so the first four lines, as you can see, the very first line we have created this one. We have created a stack, that is undo redo stack. We have created a class. Then we have defined it, self defined it. The very first is self undo stack, then self redo stacks. Then we have again defined and we have added an action, that is self action. Then self undo stack, then we have appended the action, that we are going to append the action. What is append? Append is anything which you add at the end of the code or something. And then in the eighth line we can see self redo stack, and we are clearing it. This clears redo when new action is added. Then in the 10th line you can see undo, that is going to be self undo. We are adding conditions, that is if condition, if the self undo stack, then we have given the condition clearly, that is if action is equals to self undo pop, then self redo stack will be append action. Then we are going to return f undo action. Then if this condition doesn't works, then else we ask the program to return no actions to undo. Then we are going to define redo self. If self redo stack, then we are going to again give the condition, if condition, that if self redo stack action is equals to self or redo stack, then it is going to pop the element. Self undo stack we are going to append, like how we did in redo, that if the above code, as you can see, the redo was the redo was going to append, here you can see the undo is going to append the action. Then again same thing, if all the actions are done and if there is nothing left in the stack, then else we are going to tell it to return no actions to redo. Then we are going to create an instance of the undo redo stack class. That the code for that, the syntax will be stack is equals to undo redo stack. Then we are going to add actions to the stack, that is stack add action draw a circle. For example, then stack, then we're going to add action, that is drawing a square. Let's go with very simple examples, that drawing a circle or drawing a square. It can be anything, doesn't mean you're adding numbers, it can be shapes or anything you want. Then undo and redo actions will be doing print stack undo and then print stack dot redo. Now let's run the code and see the output. As you can see, that undo action is drawing a square, then redo action is drawing a square. First we have undo the action, that from the original stack the square went to the undo redo stack, then when we redone it, the square went to the original stacks. So this is how undo redo stacks work, and this is what is stack is. Thank you for watching my video.